It's showtime.
Who are these socials?
Taking down the other podcasts one by one.
Who are these socials?
That clip is why people make fun of you.
With Carl
This is all just for the radio.
and Blind Mike.
We don't have business to take care of.
Who are these
We are
socials?
the number one podcast on the internet today.
WATS.
Welcome to yet another episode of WATS, the show thousands of people come to answer the age-old question, what's the deal with social media? This is the only podcast that has the balls to say officiating in the NFL is a problem. I'm your host, Carl Hamburger. With me, as always, is Mike Geary, a.k.a. Blind Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hey, go Bills! I couldn't watch football while I was away, but I'm excited to see him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got some bad news for you.
Damn it! What happened?
Well, there was a 4th and 1, and then there was a reception that hit the ground. And
It actually is rigged. Like, non-Bills fans are saying it's rigged now. That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Chiefs, both of the playoff games against the Texans and the Bills, they pointed to multiple incidences where the officiating definitely helped out the Chiefs. Now, Mike, we almost are getting into it already. We can't do it because first we have to talk about this.
Here it comes. The pre-banter, all of its grandeur, Carl and Mike.
You weren't here last week, but we have a brand new
Yes.
jingle for our pre-banter. And the pre-banter is where we talk about how we're going to have banter in a moment. And so now we have a jingle to talk about the pre-banter to get us ready for the banter, which is how we start this show off. Mike and I, we shoot the shit for a minute, a little bit of banter to get things rolling. And I'm happy to say that we also have a new banter jingle on the board.
Get out of town.
Oh,
Well, banter is the way to chat amongst your friends. Banter it will pay in likes and dividends. Carl is my hero, and Blind Mike too, I guess. Banter is the thing with which we obsess.
that's right. It's almost banter time, people. But first, another song came in from Dave Taft.
Jesus Christ.
This is a longer one. I don't think we'll play this one ever again, so enjoy it while you hear it.
Carl and Blind Mike wagging their chins, trading winks and shit-eating grins. John Sarasani is the owner of a fountain. Christine Knowlton's the size of a mountain. Chili D. Castro's walking round free. Look at those tits on Balin Dupree. Woke dad whining, no one can stand her. Time for eclectic folderol banter.
I mean, if not for the banter part, that could be the new theme song to the show.
It's definitely the worst one, but I liked it. Like this.
Well, right, yes. Yeah. It'll never be played again.
Yeah.
But we did enjoy that. So, Mike, you're back from Florida. Casey Day filled in for you last week. Thanks, Casey, for doing that.
Magnificent
And,
job as always.
Yeah, for sure. But did you pick the absolute worst time to go to Florida? How was it?
No, it was honestly not that bad. Like, that's what everyone was saying. And the day I got down there, it was chilly. Like, all the Floridians had their winter caps on and we're all
Sure.
bundled up. I was in a t-shirt and jeans. And then the weekend, it was like nice. It was like 60s, 70s. It was not bad.
Yeah.
Although there was, they do some, it's called like Gasparilla. It's like some festival they do down there.
Okay.
And all the rumors were that the guy that blew himself up in New Orleans, he was scoping out this event before. So TikTok was a buzz that we were going to get.
Oh, wow.
And then I knew it wasn't going to be a big deal because TikTok knew about it. So I figured law enforcement did also.
Right.
But this event, they do like cannon fire.
Oh, so you wouldn't know what was going on then?
No, they don't announce what it is or anything. It's just like gunshots and no one's moving. So I'm like, I guess we're cool. But
See, that's the thing, though. That's why you got to be smarter than everyone else. Get down. I would have loved to just see just you. Yeah, get down and start screaming. No one else.
panic.
What part of Florida were you in?
Tampa.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So that did get pretty cold there for a minute.
Yeah.
You're
It
a
ended
little
up
bit
all right, Caught a Chad Zumach show that warmed everyone up.
Ah, very good. Wow. I'm glad you're back. I hope you're well rested and refreshed, ready to start your work week again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this rigorous work that we have to do when we're not on vacation.
Exhausting.
Oh, it's brutal. We can complain about it all day, but we have to first thank Donald Trump for saving this show because he saved TikTok. I mean,
great American.
Mike and I were messaging each other. It's like, if TikTok goes away, we should probably just stop this altogether. What are we going to do?
How'd everyone handle it last week? Very maturely. I assume Daniel Alexander said, well, thank you, Mr. President, for saving my income, and I appreciate it.
Nope, not at all. And we're going to get Tom Meyer's take on it in a little while. We get to the
good. Always timely.
TikTok segment for sure. But first, I wanted to start off. Now, I'm not a huge fan of AI music, but when it's done well, it's done well. This is now DeepSeek is the new AI tool that crushed the NASDAQ this past week because apparently China's figured out AI that's way cheaper and more efficient than the AI that we're working on in this country.
Supposedly.
And so this is called DeepSeek These Nuts, and I think it slaps. So I want to start off. Let me play my music jingle, and then we'll get right into it.
All right.
Who are these music? Who are these music?
You think DeepSeek can beat that, China?
I'm just saying, like, I don't usually play AI music. There's my AI jingle that Doug made for us. But this is from a texter to our voicemail line, the 559 area code, sent in this.
They say that DeepSeek is the best AI. Yeah. They say that the Chinese gonna blow us out of the sky, but you can't ask it about April 15, 1989, or the AI will crash and die. DeepSeek these nuts. DeepSeek these dirty nuts, boy. The news and the media tried to fry our brains. TikTok tried to enslave. I'ma just sit back and watch the Trump train. He gon' blast your shiz to outer space. Trump these nuts. DeepSeek these nuts. DeepSeek these dirty nuts, boy.
What do you think, Mike?
I think we won.
For pretty good stuff, right?
I think China will just hang their heads in shame now. Give up.
I agree. I thought that was pretty well done. Well, while we're doing music, and we have a lot to get to today, so I'm going to keep things rolling here. But while we're doing music, Ashley sent in a note, and she says, I encountered this hidden musical gem on YouTube. It's at Crow Flies, with Crow with a K.
Okay.
Has a whopping 5,200 uploaded videos and 2,700 followers since 2015. 10 years
Pretty good.
of this. Yes. And so we're going to start off with a cover song. Are you a Alice in Chains fan at all?
Sure, a little bit.
All right. Us Gen Xers like Alice in Chains. It's what we listened to in high school.
I liked his radio show.
So this is I Stay Away, Alice in Chains cover. Now, I know you're not a huge music fan, Mike, but I changed your mind with that.
I wish I didn't have so many chords. I would turn my chair like they do on The Voice.
Well, I'm reading through the comments on this, and people are confused by it. So he's responding to everything they say. One guy says, you need way more practice, my guy. And he writes, okay, thanks. I can appreciate that. Someone else writes, what? And he writes back, what? Is this satire? Honest question. Are you for real or joking? And he writes back, no, it's not satire. Yeah, it's for tea, Or I believe he might. That's for real. But thanks for your input, nonetheless. Bless you. And then someone else,
believe it or not, I was trying. I like this guy's attitude.
someone else writes, "This has to be a troll," and he writes back, "Nope, but thanks for your input, nonetheless. Bless you."
This guy knows how to work the algorithm. I like it. He knows what he's doing.
I don't think he does because he has twice as many videos uploaded as he has followers.
Oh, damn.
Seems like a weird ratio to me. All right, so maybe Alice in Chains isn't your thing, but I'm sure you're a big Kelly Clarkson fan.
Big time, yes.
Okay, all right. Let's get his take on Kelly Clarkson then.
I can feel it rising temperature inside me. I've been felt it for a long time. This is my heartbeat song, and I'm gonna play it. Been so long, I forgot how to turn it up, all night long, up all night long. This is my heartbeat song.
Couldn't help but notice you were singing along with that one, but not.
He
Alice
nailed
in
it.
Chains.
So I don't know Alice in Chains as well. He's nailing
Right.
it. I didn't realize how well he was doing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Now I'm not as familiar with Kelly Clarkson, so yeah, that probably is what that sounds like. But I am familiar with Guns N' Roses. Welcome to the Jungle, iconic song. I mean, you can't avoid it if you're going to sporting events and things.
Sure.
And I was actually surprised by this one. And again, Ashley sent this in because you listen to those two and you go, okay, this guy has no sense of pitch. He has no idea what he's doing.
All right.
And then you hear this.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Honey, we know the names. We are the people that you find wherever you may need. If you got no money, honey, we got your disease in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to your knees?
That part's tough, but am I crazy? If I had heard this first, I'd be like, okay, well, he's not great, but whatever.
It's smart to try and do a guy with such a weird voice as Axl Rose.
Yeah.
Like, the other songs he's butchering, but that feels like he's doing a half decent Axl Rose impression almost.
Yeah, it's almost like that's your niche right there.
Yes, yeah.
Just do Guns N' Roses songs. Don't even try Kelly Clarkson. It's not
But
for you.
should he? Because then you're not getting the comments of, is this a joke? You know?
No,
You
he's
go
doing
from
it right.
comments to 0.
Yeah, don't listen to me. He's doing it right. I'm the idiot, obviously. No, you're spot on with that. So thank you for giving us the heads up on that. Let's get away from music. It's too much music. I want to head over to YouTube and see what's doing.
I'll stop the show and watch YouTube.
This one comes in from my buddy Brandon from the Worst of Podcasts on YouTube, formerly Shitty Song of the Week.
I was going to say, so he's gone beyond songs, just the worst of
Yes.
everything.
Yes,
I like that.
right. Yeah, no, you got to expand at some points, you know?
Yeah.
So he says, hey, Carl, I got someone you may want to check out for Who Are These Socials. He goes by Sasquatch on YouTube. He likes to call back phone scammers and mess with them.
Okay.
All right. So I was excited about this because this guy doesn't have a lot of followers yet. And I'm a big fan of what Jim Florentine does when he's terrorizing telemarketers.
This is going to be his big break.
Yeah,
We're going to make this guy that's
I think that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Right.
Okay.
Because nobody likes a phone scammer. We want to get revenge on them.
Sure.
There's no victims in this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Thank you for reaching Bill Tech Support. My name is Paul. How may I help you today?
You weak, pathetic fool! I am come for your soul! Wait a second, you're a scammer! You don't have a soul! Go on and go bother someone else!
Pretty good stuff.
It's a little on the nose, but
What do you think? Pretty funny.
I
Pretty
like the
witty
idea.
stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, that video has 2 comments and 144 views.
Pump this guy's numbers.
I
He
know.
really put a lot of work into it.
Come on. Sasquatch on YouTube, people. Let's get on it. You want to hear another example? He was doing a voice on that one. Let's hear another example.
That wasn't him.
It looks like that would be his voice. This guy is covered in hair. I used his photo for our thumbnail today.
Oh, nice.
Yes, he's a very woolly man.
Okay.
Let's hear another example.
Thank you for calling Amazon. This is Sebastian. How can I help you?
Yes, hi A. I just got a call about Amazon order A, 2488, I think it was. Something about a fraudulent charge or suspicious activity on my account, eh? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mislead you guys. I'm very sorry. I hope you guys can forgive me, eh?
Well, sir, if you're not the one to make that transaction from your end, I believe this might be a case of an identity theft.
Eh? Who would...
Correct?
I'm Canadian. Who would you want to steal my identity, eh? I'm really sorry that somebody did steal my identity, eh? Because that's something that I wouldn't do.
Nailed it. He feels pretty good about himself after that one.
Won
too.
another battle. So
That Canadian accent. I mean, he must actually be Canadian.
This guy's also a Florentine fan, it sounds like.
Oh, he's got it down. Yeah, it's that part of it. He did seem a little bit off with some of that. I'll give you that. So that's Sasquatch. Thank you, Brandon.
All right. Well, I think his numbers are going to skyrocket now that people see the meticulous work he puts on these.
He's got some material, doesn't he?
There is. I've tried in my younger days. I got a call from one of these telemarketers, and I said, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
So I kind of kept him on the line for a while. Obviously, didn't give any of my actual information, but I kept asking questions, and eventually the guy was just like, "Just give me your credit card number." I was like, "What?" And then eventually he just goes. He pauses for you can tell he's thinking, and he goes, "You're a cunt." And I go, "What?" Now I'm offended. And he goes, "You're a cunt," and he hangs up on me. I was pretty impressed with myself.
Good for you. How long do you think the phone call lasted?
10 minutes, probably.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, you held on for a minute.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of those phone calls, is that these guys, they think they got a fish on the line, and they cannot let go. They have a hard time letting go.
No, the problem is they just want you to answer the phone so they know it's a working number, and then they
Well,
can
sometimes,
keep calling.
yeah.
That's often the case, but
True. Yeah, you get a lot of text messages with, hey, we haven't talked in a while.
Right.
I got a new phone.
That's
What's
the
going
new
on?
scam.
Yeah. And if anyone responds to that, I'm just going to tell everyone who's listening right now, if you respond to that, you got to check out what's going on in your life. That's not good.
I just cleaned out my email before logging in here, and I got one that was like, "Well, it seems like you want to sign into this investment website. We didn't get your information the first time. Why don't you pop it back in here?"
Wow. That's so low effort.
Yeah.
It's the lowest effort ever. All right. Well, while we're checking out YouTube, we got another suggestion that came in, and this is from Wes Cock Meat Sandwiches, who told me to check this out. This video is called Crystal is Live. Now, this is a live stream that's going out on YouTube, and I will just tell you that the live stream occurred yesterday. This has 147,000 views.
Righteous.
So quite the opposite of what we just saw with Sasquatch, that Canadian accent he did. Only has 64 views in 8 days.
People are home for this one. The lights are on.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is different. I've never seen anything like this before. It's a woman with a doll. There's dolls behind her as well. Okay. And she's doing a voice for the doll. And so we're going to see the doll talking to the chat.
Bacon, how you doing?
Let me start this from the beginning. My bad.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back to the live stream. Look who's sitting on my lap. It's Christine Jr. Yay, mommy! Hello, everyone. Christine Jr. in the house. Christine Jr. in the house. Christine Jr. in the house. Yes, she is. Hello.
Now, a couple observations I just want to point out to you.
Please.
This is a pretty large woman. Her eyes are looking two different ways.
Okay, I had a feeling. The picture was painted, kind of.
Her tooth to gum ratio is way off. It's way out of whack. And she's obese with a Fruit Loop shirt that she's wearing.
Cool.
And something happens in the beginning of this I was not ready for.
Hey everyone, thank y'all all for coming in. Yes, it's gonna be another great live stream, y'all. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, my YouTubers, I missed y'all. Thank you for loving my baby. Hello, Christine Jr. I think you see my comment. I do, Emily. I do, Emma. Sorry. Hi, Emma. Hi, Crystal. I miss you. I miss you too, Soap One. What's up? I love your shirt. Thank you.
Don't
Guys, how about my clothing? They're very nice. See? Oh, guys, oh my.
Pants too?
I think you're going to be scared about where I put those at.
Where was that? In the washing machine? Did you check the pockets?
Yes, I checked the pockets.
Was there anything in there?
No.
Yes, there was.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
So she mutes it. And now she's having a conversation with her boyfriend. Like, I was not expecting that. I thought that this person was just mentally ill and was doing a thing.
Absolutely. I was actually a little annoyed that we were just making fun of a retarded woman.
Yes. At first, I was just like, okay, I mean, we can clown this for a second. But they're just like, I'm sorry, what's that, Damien? Yeah, I am washing a load of laundry right now. What do you mean?
Please,
No.
I'm doing something.
I know. No,
I'm working.
I checked the pockets, asshole. I promise you that. So she goes on mute and walks away, and I'll skip through a little bit when she comes back. It's just kind of
That's troubling.
Get back into character after that. It's pretty crazy, right?
And to think about what else this guy deals with, that this is no big deal. He's like, hey, my keys were in my jeans, I thought. No?
Right.
This isn't phasing him what's going on.
My wife watches My 600-Pound Life. Mm-hmm. And every now and again, I'll just peek over her shoulder and see what's doing on this show. And it's not for me, but these women are disgusting. There's this woman who couldn't get into the shower. She's too big. Sure. And so she was showing us how she bathes by like putting in like one limit of time to whatever.
Jesus.
But she had a fucking boyfriend who's not morbidly obese every time with this shit. I'm like, how does this happen? So many hard up guys. I don't get it.
Interesting fetish.
Sorry, guys. Had an emergency. I forgot to check a pocket. Oh, sorry, y'all. I had to do something here.
I just love the breaking the fourth wall when you see someone come out of character like that.
Yes. What do you need? This actually enhances my theory or my wish, I guess, because when I thought this was just a mentally ill lady, I was going to say we are using the internet wrong, and
Right.
what it should be is like if you're willing to tape this and record this, put it online, all that, then like people show up to your house to bring you to the mental institution, and if you go, oh no, you know what, I'm sorry, I won't do that anymore. I won't go, hey, Whittle Dolly, and I won't put that online. I don't think I'm cute. I'm terribly sorry. Then they let you go free. And if you stay in character, they haul you into the mental ward.
I love that idea.
Yeah, like that's how the internet should be being used to reprimand these people for embarrassing themselves. But now I put all the onus on this guy. How is he allowing this?
But what you're describing right now, it took 15 years for them to do this to Chris Chan. Right. And they had to wait for him to fuck his own mother. For him to finally show up and be like, okay,
all right, now you've done it.
And now you got to come with us, buddy. Because yes, there are people who don't turn it off. Like Chris Chan doesn't like turn off the video, just be like, oh God, I'm so sick of this stupid character I created.
Right.
Gives a shit about Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't care about this.
Yeah, no, there should be some checks and balances system on the internet.
Right. Let's get caught up real quick with some super chats.
Yay, super chats.
I didn't mention it at the top, but we do have the super chats and the super tip system. If you'd like to support the show, we do appreciate that. Like Maynard Plum coming in with $10 says, Mike, don't tell Carl this, but after being exposed to you on WATP, I now watch more of your channel than his. No chill to a bill.
Your secret's safe with me, pal.
Yeah, please. That would hurt my feelings. Please don't tell me that. That'd be a bummer. No, we're very. This is why we work together, because we want to help each other grow.
It's a community.
I'm a big fan of the Blind Mike Project. Rocco Orby, 2002, $5. God, Sundays when you're not around and I'm stuck watching OJ, I get real angry.
Come on.
Rocco Orby, 2002, $5 says, that guy sounds like Shaggy doing a Guns N' Roses cover. Okay.
Yeah,
I can
it's
see
not
that.
bad.
A little
Yeah, a
Casey
bit.
Kasem coming in with that. I could see that. I'm excited to go on Instagram. I think we found a new guy.
Okay.
I think Matthew S. might have found us an interesting character.
Blinded like Blind Mike. Don't be a douche. Instagram in the night. Blinded like Blind Mike. Check out these reels. They might make you wanna fight.
So Matthew S. gave me a heads up on this Instagrammer named Mr. Nasty.
Okay.
Mr.
cool.
Nasty has 12.4 thousand followers. His name is Derek Camone. And he writes, "It's nasty time. 916 Cali boy all day."
It sounds like a really cool dude.
Yeah, it does. And Matthew writes to me, he says, "I get the vibes of a frat bro that never grew up. And now that his page is getting more followers, he doesn't know how to react to trolls messing with him. His video descriptions and replies to other comments might be as funny as the videos themselves."
Well, I like a guy whose personality trait is his area code. I think that really
916!
Cool. Yeah, no,
916 in the house! I guess he was trolled recently by this guy named Victor. And when I say trolled, I mean he left a comment that wasn't glowing.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know where this is going. I would say what's best is to react to that really angrily.
Well, Mike, you shouldn't react to it once or twice or thrice.
No, of course not.
I think you
meant
should make a
several
series of 4 videos.
Oh, good. So he handles it well. All right.
Reacting to Victor. Here's Victor part 1. Victor reaction.
Happy Tuesday, motherfucker. Now, before I get into some shit, I'm gonna show you something. Maybe somebody knows what this is. Now, what kind of disease is this where we got vaginas growing on the side of our building? Like any doctors in here, let us know.
So he's just showing the side of this building. I think he works there or something, where the glass was broken or the wall was broken and
Wait,
insulation.
the guy that commented on his post, he went to his work?
No. We're not talking about Victor. We haven't introduced Victor yet.
Oh, okay.
This is just Mr. Nasty saying, "What's up? Happy Tuesday."
Yeah.
And he shows there's a reason why he does this. He shows this this pink insulation is coming out of the wall.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And it kind of looks like vaginal lips or something like that, okay? So that's important to understand that context.
Okay, I bet I know where he's going now.
For the rest of this video.
Doctors in here, let us know. Disgusting. Brings a new meaning to vaginal wall, though, huh? Now, that's not the real reason I'm here today. Guys, meet Victor. It's funny he goes by Vic Cooch because that's what I named that wall pussy. Now, do we address him as Private Victor since he might have been in the military, even though that looks like a picture of his grandpa?
Oh, no. He's doing the thing that John Sarasani does, where someone makes a comment, so he goes and he finds their profile and he takes
Very wise. Yes, you should learn everything about him. That'll help.
Yes, and now there's a photo of this guy's profile pic.
Or is he Private Victor because his shit's on private since he likes to troll and he doesn't want people to fire back because he's so lame? See me, I don't need to see your whole life to know you're lame. I'm judging you by the dumb shit you say, Vic. Maybe we just call him Private Victor because Victor's touching his privates right now, staring at videos of me and shit, you know what I'm saying? He trolled me a couple times yesterday and I was going to let it go, but then I woke up to some more, so I was like, all right, let's get it cracking.
Okay. So he's already upset with Victor for saying something mean. And I guess this guy had like a Taco Bell video or something that went kind of viral. Because most of his videos get a couple hundred views, but then he had a couple that got tens of thousands of views. There's videos of him just showing off his numbers and analytics.
He feels like a guy that might pay for boosted posts and stuff like that.
Very possible.
I could be wrong, but
he's also...
I don't want to get on his bad side.
No, you definitely don't. He's also wearing like his high school coat.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Especially if he's not in high school anymore. Then it's even cooler.
Yeah, so he's probably like an athlete or something.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so that was part one of going after Victor. Let's see part two.
If he's not fucking the vagina wall, then I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, no. The vagina wall goes away at this point, unfortunately.
It's such a good bit.
No. Now it's all down to business.
You're probably wondering, what did Victor even say? You're also probably wondering, how could his name be Victor when he's such a loser? Maybe his parents are trying to be funny.
Hold on, I'm
ironic,
sorry.
You know?
Imagine sitting at home thinking, what the hell did Victor say? And then you go back on Instagram, you're like, oh, thank God, it's right here.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be able to figure it out. But
he's answered my question.
You're also wondering, why would his name be Victor?
Right, that's true too.
No, I know why people's names are what they are. It's because that's what their parents decided for them.
Because his parents are also pussies like him.
Like those cartoons where there's a big ass fat dude and they call him Tiny, you know? And if that's the case, I dig it. Hey, what do you know? It's lunchtime.
So that's his first big, I don't know, roast right there.
What does he mean? Victor
goes,
is like the opposite name?
Yeah, he goes, your name's Victor, but you lost. So you're not a victor at all.
Oh, this
You're a
guy's
loser.
on a different level.
Well, now he's showing himself walking out to his car, and it's a Tesla.
Wow, he must be awesome.
Hey, what do you know? It's lunchtime. All right, baby. Open sesame. Now, the first thing he said to me, it wasn't really shit. He said hyper-focused, a.k.a. stalking. What he was referring to, though, is a video I made where I said, some girls act like they're all that, even with me. And I think about it and I'm like, you'd be so fucking lucky to have me in your life. Like, I'm so hyper-focused with everything. Imagine me hyper-focusing on your ass. Like, you would have it all. I gave him an honest answer, too. I said, if you would have it all.
So he just shows right here that Vic wrote hyper-focus, a.k.a. stalker. This guy likes to make videos about girls that he's into, but he also puts out videos of his ex. And he's been married before, so he has an ex-wife.
Mm.
And so then he responds to the hyper-focus, a.k.a. stalker comment with, if we are now calling putting time and energy into someone I'm vibing with stalking, then I guess the world is lost. I'm guessing you do stalker type shit if that's what came to your mind. I can't really relate, but I'm sure you're great at it.
All right, I'm in on this guy. He seems unhinged.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes. The guy goes hyper-focus, a.k.a. stalker. And he's like, what the fuck? And he wrote back immediately, too. There's no time in between that.
Oh, if I'm a stalker, then why am I outside your house right now?
Then why am I posting a photo of you on the very first time I respond to this on my channel? Oh, that's funny. All right.
I gave him an honest answer, too. I said, if that's what we call stalking, spending time and energy on somebody I'm vibing with, then the world is lost, you know? And I thought it was done there. But wait, there's more.
Okay. You ready for part 3?
The guys I love are when they're telling you their side of, you're only hearing their perspective. I don't know Victor. I have no idea Victor's side of things. I'm only hearing from this guy, and I think he's an asshole. Like,
right? Yeah,
that's a beautiful art.
He's losing the argument with himself somehow. Yeah. But this reminds me of Patrick Michael, a guy that we love to talk about on WATP.
Yeah,
because if you comment on his videos, he then does a podcast about the comment you put on his video. He's very sensitive. He gets very upset about it.
Ah, great. Just when we found this guy, he's going to delete this channel and create a new one. We're going to have to find it.
I don't think so. He's up to 12.4 thousand. I think he's going to like this, but let's see Victor part 3.
Vic the Turd, part 3. I thought he was done trolling.
And now he's got a nickname for him.
Got his ass.
Turd. Yeah, boom.
But then he came back for some more, right? Gave me some more insight into how wacky he is.
Oh, okay. So now he's posting another. So he responded to him, and then the response back from Victor is, why you're not a home cooking Why, while you're at home cooking alone, you can't figure out why. Buddy, you need to restrict your internet usage. Not everyone needs to know how sad your life is. Ask your mom to hook you up with a nice girl from church. 1 is the loneliest number.
And this is that's one where, like, if you start responding to that, at some point you'd be like, hold on, what am I doing? Like,
well, yes, any normal person.
This guy doesn't know me. Like,
wait, my mom is going to hook me up with a... He doesn't even know my mom doesn't go to church. Oh, wait a second. What am I doing?
Right.
Nope. No, not this guy. He's coming back at him.
He goes into, that's why you're cooking alone, and 1 is the loneliest number, and maybe I should find a girl from church, a wholesome girl or something. Now, first of all, Vicky, I think that name suits you since, just like on that wall there, you're a big pussy. To think that just because somebody goes to church that means they're a nice person, already that makes you wacky. It's hard to even find one person locked up that isn't a churchgoer. In my experience,
well, he really focuses on the minutia, doesn't he?
What is all the jump cuts? It's
yeah. He's always in a different place. So he records these videos throughout the day. Like he thinks of another thing to say. He's just like, yeah, churchgoers aren't even always all that great. Okay,
he never has a jerk store moment because he
right.
He's always thinking. He's
always thinking. Yes.
Is the bit that it gets worse quality each place he goes? Like the audio?
I don't think it's a bit, Mike. I don't think you're understanding what's going on here.
That isn't a churchgoer. In my experience too, some of the girls I've been with that were more hardcore with the church were the most like up and down emotionally, blackout drunks, love anal. And they'll cheat on your ass if they can. A lot of people hide behind church as a way to overcompensate for how shitty they are as humans, you know? And our boy Vic here, he just might be one of those guys. So I told him, go back to jacking off to pages in the Bible. And he still wanted more.
Oh, shit!
Hold on. I didn't know this guy was going to go after the Catholic Church. I don't know if I want to tango with this fella.
Dude, that's 916 all day right there. You can't fuck around with a 916.
Oh, that is so 916.
Cali boy, what are you thinking with this, Victor? You're writing checks your ass cannot cash, Victor. What are you doing? All right, you ready for part 4?
Jesus.
It's not done yet.
What's this guy's name again? I keep wanting to call him Victor.
This guy is Mr. Nasty.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry.
Mr. Nasty.
Yeah, of course.
I'm waiting for this pot to boil so I can get some crab cracking, so I might as well continue. Getting trolled part 4, motherfucker. That dude and a couple other dudes tried to make fun of me because I'm single, you know, in that video I made.
Oh, Victor's gaining steam.
Yes. No other people are clowning him in the chat.
Victor's building a following.
Yeah, this is not. Do you realize this is not helping your cause, idiots? This is great.
This is not like Joe Matarese got Red Bar fans.
Right, yes.
I made as if I got no options, as if I have no one else's attention. If I'm ever single, that doesn't mean I have no options. It just means the one I want does not want me right now. I don't throw out all sorts.
Okay. I didn't think that anything he said was stalker-esque or anything like that. I didn't agree with Victor in his statement there. But he goes, it just means the girl that I'm into doesn't want me yet. Like, oh boy, that's a little creepy right there. I feel bad.
50 no's and a yes means yes.
Yes, that's true.
Does not want me right now. I don't throw out all sorts of hooks to see how many I can reel in or how many hoes I can get. I do mean it when I say the one I want, though. They gotta be mind-blowing to get my juices flowing. And quite frankly, though, Victor, his Forrest Gump-looking ass, wouldn't last 2 seconds inside of the girls I like or the girls I've been with.
Oh, shit!
Wait. Before you go, I know it was a nice slam, but you may not realize Forrest Gump was played by Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I know. Tom Hanks is
a handsome guy.
Yeah, quite accomplished in Hollywood. Yeah, I thought that too, but I mean, he's a Forrest Gump looking ass, so he's got it there.
Right. Hey, you Rain Man looking motherfucker. Oh, wait a minute. That's a handsome movie star.
Dude, you wouldn't last 2 seconds with the girls I jerk off to. These chicks are fucking hot, all right? Okay.
I know he's used to seeing his own big titties bounce when he's watching himself in the mirror fucking his pillow. Nice. Or when he's titty fucking his own droopy ass balls. Now,
whoa! It's getting wild up in here now. It started off kind of tame, but he's getting angry.
There's a lot, and that really built on the insult where he's like, he's fucking his pillow.
Yeah.
You know what else he does? He also fucks his balls. So well, you can pick one or the other.
Choose one. We get it.
Now, when I keyed in on what was going on, I realized he was projecting his own insecurities on my ass. There's also a chance he hasn't gone through enough shit to relate to what I'm even talking about. He definitely can't relate to the girls I like, though.
Oh, he can't even relate to the girls he likes.
What is that? How is that an insult?
This guy's an idiot. This guy has no idea what he's doing. This is the worst way. The internet's not for everyone. Can we all agree on that? Like, Instagram's not for this guy. If he gets one comment that was literally just like, oh, you're hyper focused, aka stalker, and he's made now a video series about this comment.
It's like if someone just commented shitting on me and I was like, oh yeah, pal, well, you can't relate to my girlfriend. She's not from this country. You don't know what it's like for her. So there.
Yeah. She might be hot. I'm not sure. My friend told me she is.
I can't even relate.
Maybe he was being nice. I don't know. So that's Mr. Nasty. Mike, I think you and I should maybe do a deep dive. There's so many videos. He puts out a lot of stuff.
I'm all in on Mr. Nasty.
Yeah, he responds to a lot of haters.
He's right up our alley, yeah. Hey, guys, no one tell him that we talked about him. Don't go to his Instagram.
And please do not ever comment negatively on one of his videos because you don't want that.
You don't want to get owned like that.
You don't need the heat. All right, it's not worth it.
We couldn't own people in America anymore? Well, look what you just watched.
It's Trump's America. We're back to owning people. Now, Mike, there's a game that we play on this show. I couldn't do it last week with Casey Day because he's fucking sighted.
It's tough.
So annoying. That sighted asshole.
Tell me about it.
But we do this game where we play Guess the Sound. And so the rest of us who are watching the show play a video. And Mike has to guess what's happening in the video just based on the audio that he's hearing. Now, Mike is astute. He's very good at this game. But these can be tricky. So this is, I believe, from Psychotic in our Discord, sent these in. And I saved these for this week. They came in last week. But here's the first Guess the Sound. All right. Should I give you a hint?
Boy, that's tough.
Should I give you a hint?
I'll allow it.
I'll say the word cute.
Oh, okay. Then I think I may have been right.
Okay.
Because at the beginning I was not sure. At the end, I thought, and also based on the context of this show, I started to learn what you like. I thought those might have been fart sounds I heard. So now I think it's an attractive girl farting.
Okay. That's an interesting guess. And you've pegged me pretty well. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
This is, there's a woman who's holding a sleeping bunny rabbit, and we're listening to the bunny snore.
Oh.
This is a snoring
Much
bunny.
too cute for what I was thinking.
Yes. When I said cute, not hot.
Damn it. No, that's true. That's a good point.
A smoke show farting. Oh my God. Like, whoa, this is crazy. I can't get enough of this.
You have to at least give me that was a complete for this show. That's a misdirect to be like, oh, it's just an adorable bunny having a nap.
I get it.
Like, shit.
This is a hard game, Mike. I'm not faulting you. I would not have guessed that at all.
Okay.
I got another one for you, though. Maybe you can redeem yourself with this one. This is a short one.
All right.
And listen closely. I can play it twice if you need to hear it again. Do you want to hear it again?
I think it's someone hurting themselves while playing guitar.
Can I? Yes.
Someone playing guitar with a part of their body that isn't their hands.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate?
Let me hear it one more time.
All right, let me hear it one more time.
smash his head on the guitar for it to make that sound?
Okay, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
There's this kid. He's playing electric guitar, and he's pulling it off, and there's a ceiling fan above him. And the headstock hits the ceiling fan, and the neck of the guitar smashes him in the face.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's more what I'm looking for.
So, yes. So that's more our speed here on WATS.
All right.
And I'm going to give it to you. I think that gets full credit. Mike is 1 for 1 today.
1 for 2.
Yes, 1 for 2. For those of you keeping score at home for Mike's record, I think you're like 2 for 5 all time, maybe.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
I don't know. We need a jingle for that game.
Yeah, I like that.
For Dame Taft, who's making all these jingles for banter.
Get to it, sir.
Yes, we want to come one with one for that. That'd be great.
Yay, super chats.
Venom Tony, $5 on supertip.gg/WATP says, hey, Carl, if you love Tommy Wiseau, check out Neil Breen's movies, especially Fateful Findings. It makes Tommy look like Scorsese's next to Neil. I've seen Fateful Findings. I do watch a lot of bad movies. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I recognize that title, but I cannot remember what it is.
Oh, I was going to say, is that about Tommy Wiseau, or is it another bad movie? Like
it's another really bad movie. You know what? I'm going to do a quick Google search on this because I just need to jog my memory.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. He is, let's see the trailer here real quick.
I was given paranormal powers as a child.
I've hacked into just about all the information I need. They have no idea.
No more books.
You were given a power.
Others want to take this from me.
He's writing about government secrets.
I knew I loved you when I was 8 years old.
The audio is mixed very well.
I haven't been working on my next book. I've hacked into the most secret government and corporate secrets.
The most secret secrets.
The most secret government and corporate secrets.
I'm using it to make a real difference.
God, maybe I haven't seen this one.
And I'm going to expose them all.
I know Neil Breen, but maybe I haven't seen this one.
Should I be afraid?
This is a Breen deep cut.
Yeah, this
Should
looks
we
good.
be afraid?
I'm not ready for this.
He's sitting there with 5 different laptops open in front of him. Because that's how you know that someone's a genius. They have lots of laptops.
It really is a range of emotions, this guy.
All right. Well, thank you for that suggestion. We will check that out.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Nick in Fort Wayne. Carl, did you ever apologize to Scott the Engineer? No, I will not apologize to Scott the Engineer. I've talked to an insider who knows that Scott the Engineer took advantage of his situation to try to make money off of his wife having cancer. And sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Good for you. You stand up to that widower. You tell him
Scott the Engineer is a piece of shit. He's a garbage
his dead
person.
wife can pound sand.
He's a garbage person. Wes Little. Yes, boys, you are welcome for Crystal and her babies. Yes, Wes Little sent in Crystal for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Another Wes Little says, I'm the Wes that sent Crystal and her babies. Yeah, I said, I'm also the Wes that taught my cousin how to shoot, and then he shot her husband. Oh, shit. It's this fucking guy. Wow. Okay. Everything's going nuts right now. We did a creep off episode, and in the scum parade, there was a woman who went to the courthouse, and the husband had finalized the divorce. He's coming out of the courthouse after just finalizing the divorce. She pulls up and shoots him dead in front of everyone. The attorneys were there. It was broad daylight. And this guy, Wes.
Good for her.
And this guy, Wes, like didn't know his cousin real well, but she came into town and she's like, hey, I kind of want to learn how to shoot a gun. He's like, yeah, come to the gun range with me. I'll show you. So he taught her how to shoot a gun, and then she murdered her ex-husband immediately.
That Wes's role in that reminds me of the Bill Burr bit where he's the guy driving the helicopter. Put your seatbelt back on, please. Jumps out of the plane.
Too soon for helicopter jokes right now.
Oh,
Too soon.
good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Rape her butt. What Mike didn't see in the guitar video is that it's from an Isotopes rehearsal. It's not an Isotopes rehearsal. We don't have ceiling fans for that exact reason to rape her butt. How dare you? Not cool. We're still on Instagram, and one of our favorite Instagrammers is John Sarasani.
Yes, he's juggling 2 Instagram accounts these days.
Well, maybe not for long, because this fucking guy never learns his freaking lesson.
All right, well, here's a pretty popular reel I put up, and I mean, look at those numbers. That means people like it. It's doing quite well. But then this guy, this is his profile picture,
again,
said this: tough watch NGL. Really? You're not gonna lie? It's a tough watch for you? Okay, little buddy.
Boom! That's the whole video. Dude, this bothers him so fucking much. All the guy wrote was tough watch NGL.
Sure, obviously on some level it bothers him, but when you've got a gem like that, when you say little buddy kind of dismissively, like you have to put that out to the world. That's for us, it's not an own on the guy he's going after. That's just entertainment for all of us.
I disagree. I think this is the tamest comment ever.
I don't think so.
And this is what got him. This is what got his main account taken off of Instagram multiple times. Is this kind of shit? He shows the profile pic. He goes after the guy.
Yeah, like if you're going to do that, which again, like I said about the other guy, you'd think like recording that would be the moment where you're like, what am I doing? Like when you watch that back, you're like, oh, obviously I can't post that. Why am I letting this guy bother me? He had nothing. There wasn't a moment where he's like, oh, I'm going to, shit, I don't have a good line. All right, I'm not going to record this one.
Right. It's a 20-second video where I like the guy who says tough watch way better than I like John Sarasani on this.
Oh, you're not going to lie? Okay, little buddy.
But the fact that he does this, and this is he admitted recently, this is why he was kicked off of Instagram.
Yeah.
I had a realization about John Sarasani. I had an epiphany here. John is a meathead.
Okay.
And what drives him, the reason why he makes the videos that he makes, because they're odd. He's a dumb guy trying to prove he's smart.
Oh, well, yes, absolutely. There's a lot of, like, when John gets serious, it's all just vapid horse shit. It's just like, hey, motivate yourself. You know, like, hey, put 110% effort in. It's all just like Tony Robbins without any effort in like inspiring people.
But he was the high school jock. He was the captain of the football team. We've seen the video.
Yeah.
He's at the pep rally. He's leading the whole charge. And then he goes into business. He's a sales guy. It's where you put dumb people. All right, go sell shit.
Yeah. Even with that show where he's like investing in people's companies.
Yep.
All he said on there was like, oh, you'll pay me and I'll give you advice. He didn't actually give them any advice. Like if you watch Shark Tank, they'll actually like tell you shit where even if they don't invest in the company, you as a viewer are learning. So like someone's getting something out of it. Whereas John was just like, yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to give you no money. And could I get like 10% of your company? Cool.
Yeah, this seems like a pretty good idea. It's viable. I'll tell you what. Give me 15% and we'll have lunch every other week.
I'll be a consultant.
Yeah, I'll just be a consultant. And listen, I'm putting you on my YouTube channel right now, so you kind of owe me. But yeah, I think that what drives him every day is the fact that he's been told what a dummy he is, and then he made a bunch of money, and now he's trying to prove to the world that he's not a dummy.
And again, like I always use like Gary Vee and Tony Robbins as the examples. At least they can fool dumb people into
I
thinking
think they're both smart. I think both those guys are smart.
Absolutely. But I'm saying at the very least, like they can tell stories that like I might say like, oh, that sounds like bullshit. But there's a lot of people that would believe that.
Yeah.
Whereas John tells a story about a blind kid that he went to school with. And he's like, and the whole crowd cheered for. He just says shit that like even the dumbest of the dumb would be like, well, that just didn't happen.
Yeah, it probably didn't happen. And then he proves that it didn't happen by showing the video. This is a fun one. right here from John.
Are you ready for some football? I am, and there's going to be 10 winners. First prize, $500 cash, a cleaver from Maxwell Blades, as well as 2 of my freaking books. Well, what's the bet, John? Here's the bet. Total points for both the AFC and NFC championship divided by total turnovers plus total passing yards. Second place through 5th place also gets a cleaver. 6th place through 10th place gets a copy of my book and $25 credit at notgenpop.net. All the rules are below, guys. Good luck. It's going to be a great weekend.
No, first question is a contest like this even legal on Instagram?
Probably
Can you do
not,
this?
but
Probably not,
never
right?
stopped him before.
It's just like it doesn't make any sense to me. And
he's just looking around his apartment.
He's giving away knives to people. I'll give you this deadly butcher knife if you guess this number that's random that no one could possibly know.
I do like the accidental self-awareness of making his book last place, though.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And lastly, you can get my pamphlets.
Yeah, and if you place 10th, then you get credit towards my store, I guess. I don't know. Good luck with that.
Absolutely useless. You get half off, essentially, I'm sure, on a T-shirt that says "Not Gen Pop," which no one knows what that means.
Mike, this guy is so lonely. He just wants to do some Super Bowl squares. You know, like when you're at the office and everyone's just like, "Hey, do you want to buy some squares?" Like, yeah, I'll buy some squares. Cool. And then everyone gets their numbers. They go watch the game. He needs to be in an office environment. Yeah. That's the irony of all of this, is that he's bragging about, I'm not in the office anymore because I started my own company and I sold it and I'm rich and I don't have to be a 9-to-5er. And it's just like, hey guys, will you like gamble with me on like random numbers in sports?
Yeah, and he doesn't even have 10 prizes to give.
No, he does not.
He's just like, I'm just going to give you my leftover books. Like literally right now, if I was like, hey, there's a contest going. Who wants Freddie Mercury? First place gets the Ray Charles photo.
Who wants the earbuds that I use on WATS, the official Carl earbuds? Who wants them?
Things around him of no value.
It's so embarrassing. I wonder how that worked out, because that was last week's games. Has he?
Well, believe it or not, as of yesterday, at least, there was no winner.
No winner yet.
It's strange.
What a
Maybe
fucking
no one entered.
What a dumb random number that is. You got to get, what was it again? The total points divided by turnovers plus total passing yards.
I think he wanted to make it something that like only his true fans would subscribe to. Well, like I think he wants people to be like, John, that's really creative and awesome. How did you think of that?
It's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. All right. You know, that is not available on DraftKings, I'm pretty sure. You can't go on DraftKings and
no.
Put a bet on that. This is a fun video. Last one for John Sarasani.
Sitting at one of my condos in downtown Chicago right now, looking over this beautiful city.
I got to pause it right there. One of his condos in downtown Chicago. Now, yeah. Mike, why would you need more than one condo in one city?
Well, sometimes you want to watch the sunset. Sometimes you want to watch the sunrise.
Okay, good point. So you got a west facing and an east facing. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Again, the way he brags about his wealth is stupid. Like he always talks about the water fountain in his bathroom. It's like, yeah, no one cares about that. It's
and
stupid.
again, like if he's doing it right, he wouldn't live in the other condos. He'd be renting them out or something. There's no reason for him to have empty apartments all around the city.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're both O&A fans. So I remember Anthony had the apartment or condo in Manhattan, and that was there so he can go out drinking all night, crash there, and then get up and do his radio show.
Right.
Made sense. But he didn't have two condos in Manhattan.
No.
He didn't need two.
Several.
Right. Like the way that he says, this is one of my condos, like, all right, where's the other one? Tampa? And you got one in San Fran? Or
right. Yeah, and Anthony's house wasn't in Brooklyn. It was, it was an annoying drive. That's why he had the other apartment.
All right. Sorry. I just had to derail us for a second. Getting back to it.
Getting ready to go see the Chicago Bulls play tonight. It's my first game I'm going to since they retired Derrick Rose's jersey. Now, Derrick Rose was my neighbor in this building. You always knew when his friends were around because the elevators smelled like weed.
Jesus, John. And we always had to lock our things up.
I know, right? Is that the only black guy who lives in the building? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? What an asshole.
They were never
50
fathering
years
their
ago-
children. Just naming stereotypes.
Fucking fried chicken bones everywhere, as far as the eye can see. Spit their watermelon seeds out. It's crazy what these guys are up to.
In 50 years, though, John, are they going to have your jersey retired, pal? Are you going to be like Jean-Baptiste and have a statue on Michigan Avenue, buddy? Are they going to rename Lakeshore Drive after you, buddy? How about you, pal? Who's going to remember you in 50 years? Your kids? Your grandkids? Your great-grandkids, if you're lucky? What are you doing right now to make sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Did someone actually say who's going to remember you, or is this in his own head?
This is obviously in his own head, because as soon as he said it, he realized, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't remember me in 50 years. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, and you're probably saying, hey, you're not Derek Rose. No.
No.
We weren't thinking that.
What are you doing right now to make sure people remember who the F you are? I'm still figuring it out, man. You should work on the same. Go Bulls.
Is he figuring it out, though? Is that what he's... Mike, is this why he wrote the Blackjack strategy pamphlet?
Yes.
That he recently wrote? So, like, 50 years ago, a man finally cracked the code.
Yeah.
And it led to every casino closing down, which eliminated crime and poverty. And that man was John Sarasani.
I just realized I just did the history of Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience on Why You Laugh.
Yeah.
And this kind of dawned on me, and I wish I spent more time on it. But I think the reason Rogan gets so much shit now is because Rogan is, for lack of a better term, a renaissance man. Like he has all these interests that he really spends a lot of time researching and looking into, and actually going and doing them, whether it's elk hunting or commenting on MMA fighting, whatever. Like he's really interested in all these things. The reason I think Rogan gets so much shit is because he's inspired douchebags like this that think, I am also like that. Me too. I'm the gambling guy, and I can have an alcohol, and I can run businesses, and I can be an influencer on social media.
Enough about Brendan Schaub. We're talking about John Sarasani. Come on.
There is. Yeah, Schaub's another great example of that, though.
Correct.
Where it's like Rogan does a lot of things fairly well, and it inspired people to think, hey, I can be mediocre at a bunch of shit. And it's like, well, no, that shouldn't be the goal. You should actually be interested in all those things and really focus on doing a good job with them.
Wow. That's a very good point. He has spawned, it's obvious to say, like, there's these comedians that aren't very funny, but you're right. There's a bunch of, like, bro influencers, too.
Yes.
Who have been...
I think the other guy we watched that was going to the comments, I don't know much about him. He strikes me as someone like that, too, where it's just like, Brian Callen's a great example of it, where now you see Brian Callen doing shows with Steven Crowder, and he's on like Patrick Bet-David's election coverage. Like these guys think they're insightful now just because Rogan was curious about fucking aliens.
Yeah, Brian Callen's like, I know more about politics than my co-host on Fighter with the Kid, so have me on Crowder. Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, okay, I don't know if that's how that works, but brilliant insight. Let's head over to X. Or as we call it on this show, Twitter.
Look at this tweet now.
It's so annoying to me. Like they had their own vernacular. It was tweets and retweets and all these things that no one else had. And now they're just posts on X.
What is fascinating about it too is most brands, like Facebook, people do call Meta now. Like that has started to switch a little bit.
Yeah.
Twitter was so ingrained in it because people started using it for news and everything that people still say Twitter. It's not changing.
I'm still saying Twitter. And my buddy Trucker Andy from Who Are These Podcasts and the All Apologies podcast, he wrote in and sent me a fun video that was posted on Twitter. And what's great about this is you're going to see a woman from Beverly Hills talking to the people who are just trying to help her find her car and help her out with this. And she seems like she's in a kind of a sour mood. And then we see the video of her apologizing because she didn't know this was going to get up on the internet.
Why don't you say it again about us getting kicked out?
You're a wetback.
Jesus.
Got it? Wetback.
What else?
Trump is doing good things. You guys rape people.
Yeah.
You guys rape and kill people.
Yeah. This is a spoiled bitch, long blonde hair, who's talking to the valet and calling them very insensitive racial slurs.
Some mild rudeness.
Nope. It's pretty bad.
Good Lord.
Right? Take your $50 and suck dick. Give me my change. I'm rich, you're poor.
Jesus Christ. She drops $100 bill in front of them and then says, I'm rich, you're poor.
I am 99.99999% of the time. I hate that like moments like this for people are exposed. Like you're just taking someone at their worst, and that should, if I morally feel that way, that should hold true here. But there is part of me that's like, good. I'm glad this lady got in trouble.
Yeah. No, this is the worst behavior possible.
Yeah.
I'm rich, you're poor. Difference.
You're poor of soul.
Yep, poor.
You're poor of soul.
And you're all too stupid to film me, aren't you?
Well, what's crazy is she does not see this person is filming her because it's not one of the valet people, I don't think, this whole time. And then she's about to find out in a second. She's about to slap the phone in a minute.
You want to record me, bitch? You want to fucking record me? Shut the fuck up. I didn't touch you. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Give me my keys.
Dude, just give her...
Get the fuck out of my fucking... I'm really tired of the DMs and the comments.
Okay, so now she's wearing dark sunglasses and she's in her car and she's very remorseful.
Hey, gang.
For what's just happened. Let's hear her take on these events.
I left my house yesterday in PJs, as you can tell, looking crazy. And when I was walking out of the scrub, the valet guy grabbed my ass and I should have just punched him. I was thinking about my child and not wanting to go to jail. So
I don't know about you, Mike, but I see this happen all the time. Someone gets groped and they just turn racist. You pinch someone's asshole and they're just like, Jews! It's crazy.
Even if I sneak up on my girlfriend, she screams the N-word.
Yeah, right. It happens all the time. It's kind of similar to like sleeping pillows at Roseanne Barr. You just like, it's just a thing that happens and you just turn that way.
Yeah.
She is straining to do some explaining here. Holy shit.
Oh, I lashed out and I called him a wetback, and I'm so wrong for that, but I felt...
That wasn't even the worst part, lady. I gotta be honest with you.
I'll give her this. At least she's like, I figured a lady like this would be like, I called him a word. You can't really hear it in the video. So.
Yes, right.
I'm not even address it.
I'm not even sure it's the right word for people from a great country to our south.
I thought it meant you just got out of the shower.
So violated. I should have just shut my mouth, called the police, and that's it. So basically, I'm explaining to everybody, I am sorry for what I said. I've been around Mexicans, dated Mexicans my whole life. My parents are immigrants.
Here we go.
I am the farthest thing from racist possible.
I've sucked so many brown dicks. You guys, you wouldn't even believe it.
Your parents are immigrants. They're not Mexican.
Well, no,
she's nothing to do with anything.
Correct. She's actually Ukrainian.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
That's
so then there's another
white.
video. There's another video posted underneath this video where she's trying to explain herself even more because that didn't work out very well for her.
It's so crazy how sickening the internet is.
She's turning this on the internet now. Mike, this is the internet's problem, not hers.
Hey, you guys have said some pretty harsh things to me.
Yeah, this is very offensive what the internet's saying to me, people.
Explained so many times. I'm the farthest thing from racist possible. Right. I've had nothing but Mexican, Spanish boyfriends. Majority of my friends are Black and Hispanic. I'm Ukrainian.
What do you call them?
Why would I ever lie about something?
What's your safe word? I just love the idea that, like, because you find a person attractive and you have sex with them, that means you can't be racist. I don't think that's how that works at all.
Well, but you know what? Like that, people say that a lot.
Yeah.
It works. Like Bill Burr has made jokes. I forget what it was. He was on some award show and he made a black joke and people went after him for being racist. And people were like, his wife is black. Right. And to me, that makes sense. It's like he loves his children are half black. Like he loves a black woman. He's not a racist. She's just like, guys I fucked are brown. So me hurling a slur in anger at a valet can't be racist.
She also said Spanish, which maybe they just spoke Spanish. She's not even sure what their ethnicity is.
Oh, right. Good point.
Somebody did. Why would I freak out on a valet like that if nothing occurred? I should have called the cops, like I said. You guys, like, honestly, like, have a little bit of, like, you know, brain power to understand the internet is a very vicious place, and all people.
The internet's where all this viciousness is happening, Mike.
911, these Mexicans are parking my car, and boy is a word on the tip of my tongue.
If only, you know, the police to say that because someone's filming. And it would have been very bad for my career. I got to say, this is the reason a lot of people were disconcerted about the fires in LA. You know, because of people like this. Like, this is the person that we all think of when we think of Malibu and the Palisades.
Right, sure.
It's not great.
People are doing is sitting here and, oh, she's racist. I'm the farthest thing from racist possible. Like, it just doesn't even make any sense. I was upset, and
I know. It's ridiculous.
Sense.
It does make the only time I would use that word is if I was joking about something. Like, it's a great punchline, but I don't know if it's an insult in my world.
Put it this way. If that video comes out of me screaming that at the valet, which I did when I was in Florida last weekend.
Good for you.
I just don't think there were any cameras around, but God forbid it comes out. I'll say, boy, I really understand how that comes off as racist.
People
But
think
just
I'm racist,
try
and I'm
and
starting to
believe
think I
I'm
might
not.
be also. Maybe I need to work on myself.
Try and believe. I totally get why you think that.
Fucking idiot. Well, speaking of Mexicans, Selena Gomez came to X
Yes.
recently.
Segue.
Yeah, thank you. I have no idea what nationality Selena Gomez is. She's probably American, I would imagine.
I would think so.
Yeah. All right, so she's very upset.
This is troubling.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do.
Well, Selena, it's best to get under the covers and sob. That's.
Mike, I don't know why you added this to our prep today. This woman really cares about the.
Well, I thought maybe the people in the comments would have suggestions as to what she could do.
I mean, the migrants are now being detained, and this is a horrible thing that's going on.
Yes.
They're talking about opening up Guantanamo Bay again. Why? I mean, she's very upset about this. Why would you add this to our prep, Mike?
Well, I just wanted everyone to know that if you're also sad like Selena Gomez, this is the best course of action. There's nothing you can do, especially if you're a fucking billionaire. Just throw your hands up and sob. There's nothing you can do about it.
Is it possible that people like Selena Gomez are never actually upset about anything in their lives? Like, their lives are too good?
Yeah, that they have. This is them. I believe these tears were real to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, she's not a great actor, so I imagine that's real.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think what's happening here is she thinks this is how a human would react.
Yes.
This is someone that's been famous her entire life going, God, that's terrible what's happening to these kids. How would a person react to this?
All right, let me capture that in 32 seconds and go.
Yeah, because she's so, I think, just detached from reality. Like, this is the example I always use is the Imagine video from COVID.
Oh, God,
where,
yes.
like, it's just like them thinking, like, I'll solve everything. I'll go on Instagram and heal everyone. That'll fix it. It's like, I don't know, you have a ton of money, you have a lot of influence, and maybe there's something else you could do other than weeping online.
Do you think before that video started, she just went 5, 4, 3?
Well, that's the other part that I always say in these videos, like, so you had the presence of mind to pull Instagram up.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like,
Right.
you're so out of sorts. You're so beside yourself. But Instagram is still on your mind somehow. That's pretty impressive.
Wait, do you think she's virtue signaling? Is that what you're accusing my girl Selena Gomez of doing?
I think slightly.
Oh.
I do think it was a rare instance. Not everyone, obviously. You have the crazies. But I think for the most part on social media, it's nice every once in a while. Like, we'll all band together to be like, pull yourself together, sweetheart. This is ridiculous. You look like a fucking idiot.
Yep, I think she got her comeuppance on this one.
She deleted it, so.
There was a funny Truth Social post that supposedly Trump wrote that was fake. That was actually very funny calling her out, but
damn it.
All right, let's check out what people are saying out there.
Yay, super chats.
My boy Dr. Steve getting involved in the super chats. Thank you, Dr. Steve.
Oh. I grabbed my tumescent shaft, the lube liquefying due to the heat radiating from my pulsating pelvis. At this moment, I wished I had gone ahead with the vaginoplasty. Thanks to WATP, I can no longer afford the surgery. Thanks, Carl. Thanks for nothing.
Hey, no problem, bro. Get a room.
This sucked. Sorry I wasted your time with this drivel.
That is so on brand for Dr. Steve. It was self-deprecation.
That's a rare one. I actually wish just Dr. Steve was reading that. Your two message.
Yes, I need to get Dr. Steve's voice on here. It's on my to-do list. We're going to get Dr. Steve. So Dr. Steve can send a note as Dr. Steve. I tried to do that when I wasn't on This Little Piggy. I tried to send a note as me, but they didn't have that me on Melton's channel, so I wasn't able to. I don't know if that's been done yet, that someone actually messages the show as themselves.
What history would be made that day?
Oh, it's going to be fun. Jay Dabbler, $5 says, Mike, my 65-year-old dad, who loves Why Are You Laughing, discovered Blind Mike Project and asked me, that Craig guy isn't a groomer, right? I almost died laughing. Oh, no. Oh, the boomers.
That right there should be the moment I retire from podcasting. That's all I really wanted.
That's all you were hoping for, is that people would think that?
Just a 65-year-old guy would be like, is he really raping kids? Or what's going on?
You nailed it. Rocco Orb 2002 says, if Sarasani actually gave away some steaks. Yeah, remember those steaks that he had for the
Oh, that's
police?
right, for the cops. Yeah.
Miguel, $5 says, when I need to hire GG33 just to stand a chance to win John's contest, it may be a bit too convoluted. I doubt he even knows who won. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole equation he's got to go through and figure out what this number is. And then is it if you go over, you don't win, or is it closest to? Is it Price is Right rules? We don't know.
Chiefs. Oh, is that not how you do it?
That's not how it's done at all. We actually do have some GG33 coming up. Let's head over to TikTok.
TikTok's a psyop by the Chinese to fuck up the minds of our youth and some other people too. So let's talk quite a lot about these TikTokers we stalk and know. Oh, TikTok fucking blows.
I want to start with Tom Myers' TikTok.
Oh, goody.
Now that this video is interesting, I'm going to actually pause it because there's a song being played.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Okay. So you get the gist of the song that he's playing.
Sure.
It's a 15-second video showing him with his earbuds in and his sunglasses. He's driving around his car. And it says, just out and about running errands today. Nothing to see here, homies. And then in parentheses underneath, he says, oh, and TikTok came back under Biden, not Trump, morons.
I hate to question my guy Tom Myers, but that's not right, is it?
That's so wrong. It was only because of Trump that it was banned. That was the law of the land.
Thing, right? Yeah.
That was the law of the land, and it was banned. And Trump said, I'm bringing TikTok back.
And by the way, I don't look at that as like a badge of, I'm not like, yes, Donald.
No, I get it. But this
job.
is how dumb Tom Myers is that he's so involved in his stupid left-wing, my team. It's like how I started the show saying that Josh Allen obviously made the first down on 4th and 1. It's like, whatever. Who cares? That's my team. That's why I say that, but also it is true. But the fact that Tom Myers goes on TikTok and just goes, I'm justifying myself being on TikTok because it was brought back while Biden was still president, technically.
Yeah, and I'll just correct one thing. You used the word stupid. I think you mean like ahead of his time. A lot of geniuses aren't really understood until years after their prime. But, but other than that, yeah, I think you pretty much nailed it.
Speaking of geniuses, a GG33 has a big announcement, Mike.
Yeah.
Hold on to your hats.
Guys, this is very has he not said this before? That seems wrong.
I don't know, but hold on to your thick boy hats for this one.
Oh, yes.
Big announcement.
First time ever to the public, this is being revealed. Now people are going to be able to understand how to find their lucky numbers. Everyone's lucky number is based off the month and the last digit in the birthday.
Wow.
So Michael Jordan born 2/17.
How does he always find a guy who goes, wow?
Always a guy. Always some rube.
There's always a rube. It's just like, what?
Get
Wow.
out of here.
Come on. Someone's having their mind blown every time he's talking on his videos.
This is the music and his tone suggest like, holy fuck. Where if you listen to the words he says, you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Well, let's get to it.
Last digit in the birthday.
Wow.
So Michael Jordan born 2/17, 1963. First number is a 2. Last number is a 3. 23.
So I have to make this comment. If it weren't for Michael Jordan and 9/11, like those are he goes to that well so many times.
Hey, you could say that about this country. That's what it's all based on.
That is true. You're right. The repeat 3P to 9/11 is really shaped this country for sure.
My history book was 2 pages, my friend. It was the 90s Bulls and 9/11.
Everything would fall apart if not for the fact that Jordan was born in February of 63. Like that's
yeah. Gigi, name another person.
Right? Yeah. What about Kobe Bryant? Does it work for him?
Was Tom Brady born in January of fucking 82?
Right. That's the question we need to ask because I think he's full of shit. Doesn't make any sense. All right. Well, that fan took to TikTok at just the time we needed him as a country.
Yeah, this was tough. I'm surprised the country didn't rally together more around.
Oh, maybe you didn't follow the news like I did.
I guess that's true.
So it's headline news. Dat Fan is okay, everyone.
Thank God.
Hey, you guys. This is Dat Fan. Also, my wife, Katie, is filming this right now.
I just want to point out.
She's also alive.
Yes, correct. Yeah, Dat Fan is outside. He's wearing one of those cloth masks for some reason.
No, that's good. That saves you from fire.
No, I don't know if that's true, but he's wearing a cloth mask, and it's obvious that it's not smoky where he is. Okay,
this is honestly, if Dat was a comic, I would say it's hilarious. This is like if I made this video in Massachusetts.
If Dat was a comic, it's brilliant.
And also Jasper. All three of us are okay. A lot of you guys are sending us messages from around the world, and just want to let you know that we're hanging in there. We are 95% prepared to evacuate. I don't want to say exactly where we are, but the fire is not exactly near us. But there's definitely, as you can see behind me.
I don't want to say where we are, but most of the country, because the fire is not near us.
I don't have to evacuate, but I drove to the fire to put it in the background of my video.
Smoke all around us. I'm gonna have to cancel the shows tonight. We're just watching the news. We just woke.
No,
whoa.
Not in this time of need.
This is when we need laughter the most, Dat Fan. You're gonna cancel the Wednesday night show?
Will these fires rip everything away from me?
You're letting the terrorists win right now, Dad. What are you doing?
Woke up, so we've been up all night, like kind of watching the news and making sure that everything's safe. And
I like the he's in LA and he's up all night watching the news to make sure things are safe. How about looking out the window? That's what Whitney Cummings did at least.
No, the problem is he's not that close to the fires.
Right? Yes.
By the way, you said Whitney Cummings. I apologize to Whitney Cummings. At least, like Whitney Cummings was in some semblance of danger.
Correct.
And she had a terrible reaction to it. Like just a douchey reaction. But she was panicking. She was nervous. This is a guy who had to drive toward the flames to get attention for it.
We really feel bad about what's going on, obviously, with the rest of the valley and different parts of LA, with other people who have been affected by the fire. And once again, we are okay on this end.
We, just to reiterate, have been affected in no way.
Then, we'll keep you guys posted and updated.
Yes, please. Keep us posted and updated. If you even smell smoke, please let us know. We need to know this. What an asshole.
That mask is the equivalent of like wearing a neck brace in court.
You're right. My neck isn't injured, but just in case. I don't know. We were going through traffic on the way here. Okay, well, in case you didn't feel bad yet, here's another video from Dad Phan.
Hey guys, I just wanted to address some things. First of all, me and my wife and dog and everything were safe here in Los Angeles.
Thank God.
His backdrop, first it shows firefighters putting out flames, and then as he's talking about his wife, it shows kind of a sad photo of his wife, just kind of like, oh, there's a lot of suffering out there. It's the look at her face.
Again, we're not near any of it.
Me and my wife and dog and everything were safe here in Los Angeles. My wife is actually better than me as far as some of the numbers. What were the supplies that we went to go get?
So we did go get supplies. We have plenty of bottled water that we've actually been stockpiling for a while.
Oh, they're the reason why there's no fucking water in LA. Jesus Christ, Dad Phan.
Hey, even though there's no fire here, we've got plenty of water that could put it out if we needed to.
I sent my wife to the reservoir. She's been scooping it out for weeks. So we got every last drop. We're good. Don't worry about us. Fucking assholes.
N95 masks.
N95 masks? Isn't that for a COVID that you wear those?
And fire.
Oh, okay.
Fauci, he hid that from the people.
Fire extinguishers. We're not going to battle a wall of fire with it.
No, because the fire's nowhere near you. We have fire extinguishers, but don't worry, we're not going to need to use them. Yeah, we know. We're aware
These are
of that.
not fire extinguisher fires. I don't know if you've seen the news.
That's correct.
These were pretty rough.
And so, and we're just on the outskirts of that. We're close. We're pretty close to where there's no warnings at all, but we are still in a little bit of a danger zone. And the firefighters.
Hey guys, something could happen.
Holy shit, dude! This is full on narcissism.
Dad Phan might as well have a gas can next to him and a match.
This is narcissism right here.
Guys, I know you weren't worried about us yet, but you should be.
We're not in a danger zone, and the fire's nowhere near us, but could happen.
Imagine if we were.
Yeah. Also, someone could break into our house right now and rob us. I don't know. Like, a lot of bad things could happen to us. So keep us in your thoughts.
I apologize to Whitney and anyone else that had like a bad reaction, because now I realize it's so clear to me now. These people were going through something.
Yeah.
This is the crazy reaction to be in San Diego and be like, oh God, ooh, it's warm down here. The fire's coming.
We had, in my hometown of Rochester, where I live, we had riots in the summer of 2020. It was national news. It was a pretty big deal. Riots in a lot of places, but big ones here in Rochester. I really should have gone on social media and posted, guys, I'm okay. Don't worry. Where I live, riots aren't happening. We're in a nice part of the city.
Go to a dark corner of your basement. The riots are getting pretty crazy out there. I've been banging on a trash can behind you.
I've been watching the news all night to make sure we're safe. I hired a Korean to stand on my roof with a rifle, so we should be okay.
This is a guy, and by the way, the idea, we kind of glossed over the idea that internationally, people are like, oh God, is Dad Phan going to be okay? I know Billy Crystal lost everything, but is Dad Phan all right?
We're pretty close to where there's no warnings at all, but we are still.
We're pretty close to where there's no warnings at all. Okay.
We're in northern Maine. But
zone. And the firefighters have just been doing a really great job. And
yeah, we wanted to thank the
Who are they on the news from? Bill Burr? The firefighters are doing a great job. Okay.
firefighters, the first responders, and everyone that's involved in helping out with this situation.
I like that. So that's the narcissism on display right there, where they go, guys, just so you know, we're okay. I know everyone's concerned about us. We're doing okay. I'm okay, even though we're scared, but Dad's okay, and the dog's okay, and the firefighters. Oh, also, firefighters are doing a great job.
I know we're first and foremost in your hearts, but try to remember the real heroes.
Yeah,
Please,
there's also
please.
first responders. Just FYI, just want to
Hey,
remind
they're
everyone.
doing stuff too. I know it's mostly us, but
That
I know
is
I have
wild.
a fire extinguisher and a fucking squirt gun 80 miles outside the city, but
All right, Mike, we have to talk about our buddy Dan Alexander. The shoe fits.
Sitting in my mobile coffee shop, making videos about my transvestite children for TikTok.
That's right. We're the last podcast ever to have non-AI music and jingles on this show. So our buddy woke dad, Daniel Alexander, Mike found some choice videos he's been posting. Thank God, guys, again, thank you, OJ, and thank you, Donald Trump, for keeping TikTok alive in this country.
oh yes, thank you.
Because Dan Alexander was on full-on panic mode. He didn't know where he was going to go, what he was going to do. He thought he'd start anew on YouTube. That didn't work out real well.
I like that he was like, you all think I'm going to thank Donald Trump for this, don't you? And I was like, no.
Yeah, no, we never thought that for a second. We knew for sure you wouldn't.
So,
could you imagine if he came out, he's like, so I'm a registered Republican, and I just want to change my allegiance.
They're finally
right now."
doing some good things. I bought a Tesla today.
That would have been awesome.
So, I had a customer come to my coffee shop today.
You don't say, Dan. I love the videos that start with this. These are
Well,
my
it was
favorite.
probably a boring interaction, wasn't it?
And she ordered a coffee that was a little extraordinary. And when she got the coffee, she complained about the coffee. Now, she ordered a latte, and she ordered it a specific way that actually isn't a latte. But I knew exactly what she meant. I've seen her before. I made the drink. She got it. And then she complained about it. And I sat there for a second, and I tried to walk her through it kindly. And I realized that she wasn't complaining about it because she was complaining about it. She was complaining about it because she needed an excuse to sit there and talk to me for a few minutes.
Imagine telling a customer that. So you just fucked up her drink. And she goes, actually, that's not what I asked for. I wanted this. She's like, I don't think it's the drink at all. I think you just want to have a conversation with me. He's like,
what's this really about?
Yeah, she's like, no, asshole. I told you I wanted 3 shots of the caramel, and you didn't put any in. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm bringing this back.
Honey, me too. I hear you. Donald Trump, right?
Yeah. He just puts his arms down on the counter and just goes, all right, let's chat.
I'm all
She's like,
ears.
No, just fix my fucking drink, asshole. This guy's the worst customer service ever.
I have no espresso shots, but I have 2 ears.
Because a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff right now, and human interaction is the only thing that's going to get us through this. So if you come to my coffee shop and you want to talk,
That's what the
there's
Jews
no
at the
line,
Holocaust
you don't need to make...
said.
Right. Well, as long as we make some
Just
friends at the camp.
politeness.
Let's just make friends at the camp and everything will be all right.
As long as we all keep our chins up.
And there's no line. You don't need to make an excuse.
Oh, yeah. Let me back this up. This is incredible right here. This is big. This is big right here.
And is the only thing that's going to get us through this. So if you come to my coffee shop and you want to talk and there's no line, you don't need to make an excuse. I'm not going to argue with you. But offering others a little bit of kindness right now, that's how we're going to make it through this.
This is the Stuttering John, I'm at Pickwick Pub every day at 3. If you want to fight me moment of Daniel Alexander. He just put the invitation out there. He just said, if there's no line and you want to chat, I'm all ears.
Well, that's good because therapy is so gosh darn expensive.
That's true. Yeah. So just talk to Dan about your woes. No, this is great. There's a lot of people who want to go down and visit Dan in central New York. And now he's saying like, yeah, I want to have a conversation with my customers. So just sit there until the line dies down and
Sounds like that'll take a while.
Chat away. Well,
there's always one person there in every story. So,
well, I don't think that's true. Well, that's true. Yeah. I don't think it's that busy because he often TikToks from the mobile coffee shop.
That's a good point.
He seems bored. You got time to TikTok, you got time to clean. No, that's not the saying. Something like that.
I love in one video, so you just hear, I'm so, are you open? Can I get some fucking coffee?
Sir, you're going to stop talking to your phone at some point so I can order something? It's like, I'm on take 3. Hold on a second.
Am I in the last scene of a sitcom? What are you wrapping up to?
All right, he addresses the haters here.
Okay.
So when I tell you that I love my children unconditionally for who they are, some people would say that it's called child abuse. And when I say my children have a right to consent in what happens to their own body and to their own identity, some would say, that's nasty AF. That's a child. And I know you can't read the rest of that, but it says a child cannot consent.
Wow, people could really take this stuff out of context and fuck with them with this. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about child consent and stuff. It's just like, Dan, I don't know if you want to go down this road.
And someone's got to tell, just like we saw with Sarasani and Mr. Nasty and whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Like, Daniel, I have my thoughts about how my mother raised me. I'm sure she has her thoughts about how she raised me. You know what neither of us give a fuck about is what some stranger thinks about how she raised me. Like, if you're cool with it, who gives a fuck?
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
This is not the hill to die on, for sure. Relax, buddy.
Because children shouldn't understand consent. And when I say, when my children tell me who they are, I trust them. Some would say that it's the new face of Munchausen by proxy, as if they know what Munchausen actually even is.
Nice.
I bet they do. I think they used that correctly based on what their opinion is. Was that a good own? Because I don't know. I think they got it figured out, actually.
I tell you all of this because no matter how many times I tell the world that I love my kids, whether they're members of the LGBTQIA community or not, I always end up getting horrific comments like that. But there are...
Wait, it's a timeout. Hold on. I missed that the first time I watched this video. Whenever he talks about his kids, whether they're members of the LGBTQIA community or not, I get these comments. How is that possible? They are. They both are. And the comments are always about how you shouldn't have children who are trans. They don't know they're trans yet. Don't encourage that behavior.
Sometimes I pretend my kids aren't trans, and I still get nasty comments.
I didn't pick up on that the first time. What are you talking about, Dan? Jesus.
But hey, Daniel, I got to tell you something. The valets got nasty comments from that lady.
That's true.
I think these comments were pretty mild.
Yeah. It happens. You're on the internet. It happens.
For the 4 awful comments that I received, over 400 beautiful comments from people who are supportive and kind,
who gives a shit,
understand unconditional love.
Yeah, why are you focused on the negative then? You know, every story is like, I had a customer complain about her order. I had this commenter who told me I'm a shitty father. It's like, why are you focused on the negative, Dan? You should know better than this.
The ratio is literally 100 to 1.
Yes.
And Daniel's like, oh, God, these 4 comments. I hate them so much.
Let me call out the 1% right now.
Keep being you, despite the haters. They're always going to hate.
Okay, now turn into a Taylor Swift song at the end there. All right, well, Dan is looking for our advice now.
Oh, well, I'm happy to give it to him.
All right, good. Let's see what he needs.
Herein lies the problem. Does anybody have any good advice about selling things here where they don't run into a bunch of issues? Because every time I try to, I run into a bunch of issues. Now, I am a small business owner. I own a mobile coffee shop, and I also own this ceramic studio, and this ceramic studio is going to support kids in vulnerable communities.
Whoa. I love that the bait and switch is fully accomplished at this point. I also own the ceramic studio. The what studio?
Also, I own. Not like this is a community thing for the kids.
No.
I own a ceramic studio where I make my mugs.
I own a ceramic studio. I thought that you were trying to raise funds for an art studio for children who are vulnerable.
No, it's a mug shop. I make mugs all day.
Support kids in vulnerable communities like kids in the LGBTQI community. Right now I'm just I'm just helping a small group of kids because it's not done yet. It's a 200-year-old
So small we
space
can't
that
see
needs
them.
Right. His kids specifically. That's how small it is.
a lot more renovations. I got a roof on it last year, and I'm still renovating, but I do have small groups of kids in there, and all of the proceeds go towards that place, and it's such a good cause, and all of these kids are benefiting so much.
Prove it. You've been saying this for years now.
Just trust me.
just one piece of art that one of these kids have created. Like, and I know what Dan will do. He'll hear this feedback, and he'll paint something stupid and be like, "Yeah, this is a African kid made this one. Hispanic kid did
he'll
this
paint
one."
something bad and be
Yeah.
like, "This is the kid's dumb art." Now
That's
look
what I
at-
mean.
Look at my mugs.
Yeah, so I'm like, "All right, you happy now, Carl? Moving on. This one's $30. You want it?"
And I would love to be able to sell my stuff across the internet so that everybody could have a piece of not only supporting this amazing cause, but also a piece of beautiful artwork, a beautiful mug. But I keep running into problems.
He goes, "I'd love to be able to sell this stuff all across the internet, not just to make sure that everyone gets this, but also because I need a lot of fucking money. Give me your money now. Money now."
This hobby would be so great if you guys would pay me for it.
Right.
So there's one major site that everybody sells on, and they're horrific. They are notorious for not paying out people who create things.
He's talking about Etsy right now?
I assume?
He's got to be, but there's a TikTok shop that people use too, so I don't know.
That can't be what he means because he loves TikTok.
He
so
loves
much.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Or taking out extravagant funds for this reason, that reason, or advertising. So I really don't want to deal with them and every
Pretty
other
much every
site that I
platform
seem
does
to
it.
stumble across.
Yeah, I know. He's complaining about having an Etsy account, which every
These
other
dickheads built a platform that is necessary for me to sell things, and they want money for it?
Or every other way, they don't manage sales tax. And as a small business owner, as a father, as a person in this country today, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble for trying to do something good. So if anybody has any good advice about a site that allows you to sell things, takes out the sales tax, and manages that on their own, I would really appreciate it. And maybe
It's the police. Is
I
good
could get
being
some
done in there?
amazing money.
You know, honestly, I've never thought about this before. I have a merch shop. Most podcasters do.
Mhm.
They don't give you the sales tax. Like when I get money for my merchandise, I don't get the proceeds from the sales tax that I then have to tell the state and IRS about. What is he talking about?
I guess he's saying that if he sells to someone in Texas, that might be a bad example. Someone in New York.
Right, yeah, no one in Texas is buying this, right.
Massachusetts. Our tax laws are different than his. So he would have to figure that out in order to avoid tax evasion?
God, I don't think that's true. I mean,
don't
everyone
think so
I
either.
know has an e-store with shit.
I know Patreon specifically figures that out.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is an odd one. I don't know.
So, what do you think?
I don't know, Mike. You got any advice for our buddy Dan on this one?
Just pay your fucking taxes.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, maybe the business model isn't I'll raise a bunch of money through a GoFundMe to start a ceramic studio that then I'll then create ceramics and then sell those on the internet to get even more money. Because that's what this has turned into.
Right. Is Daniel suggesting that no one on the internet has ever raised money for charity?
It's a great question. I'm
You know what I mean?
confused. Yeah, I'm confused what the issue is here.
Guys, I've tried, and by hook or by crook, there's not a single way I can make an honest man can make money out here.
I love that he's so afraid of the government shutting him down, too. He's just like, listen, I don't want to get in trouble with anyone. I mean, I am a white guy. I am cisgender, so I should be okay, but just in
Right.
case.
Yeah, no, they're definitely out to get his mug shop.
Let's check in on our super tip, supertip.gg/WATP. Anonymous coming in.
Despite my children's statement to the contrary, I know they are trans and will be raised as such. I explained consent to them when they were 2 years old, and they agreed that they are clearly trans.
Perfect.
It'd be great if we found we shouldn't do this, but like hypothetically, if you found his kid's TikTok account, they're like, yeah, we're not trans. I don't know why he keeps saying that.
He buys me a fucking dress every Christmas. I don't wear dresses, Dad.
Hey, hey, listen, it's fine if that's what you are. Fine, I'm just not.
I mean, I have friends who are trans. I have no problem with it. I'm the star of the basketball team. I don't understand why he keeps telling me I'm a girl. I don't get it. All right. I got a couple voicemails that came in. If you want to leave us a voicemail, whoarethese.com. You can find the phone number on there. I can't be bothered to learn it and remember it, so I don't know what it is. But here's some voicemails.
Hey, it's Callback Curtis, and this is for Who Are These Socials? That record level Woke Dad song from, 2-3 weeks ago? Is that a cover? Is that like a parody cover, or is that completely original? I really need to know. Thanks.
I don't remember which Woke Dad song that was.
I don't know which one he means either.
Fuck. I should have researched that before I played that voicemail.
Well, yes, it's a cover.
Is it this one?
Daniel's got a master's in making up grand tales.
Oh, no, this is AI,
Got a
right?
studio for kids that's really just for sale.
Yeah. All this stuff is just AI at this point.
Yeah.
This is why song parodies are superior. Takes more effort.
Yeah. If the voice is particularly good, you can probably guess it's AI.
Yes. You know what you know is not AI when you hear this.
Here it comes. All the pre-banter, all of it's great.
AI will never sound like that. I promise
Exactly.
you. All right, one more voicemail coming in.
For Who Are These Socials? The next time fucking Max Headroom Casey Day comes on the show and makes a comparison between Imus and Woke Dad, I'm gonna fly to California and finish what the fucking wildfire started. Fuck you, Casey.
Wow. People get fired up about Casey Day
Seems harsh.
on this
What
show.
do you-
Seems
what do
like a
you
bit
say about
much.
Imus?
Gosh, does anyone listen to Casey Day? This is the only guy who actually listens to what he says. I have no idea. But
It's an interesting analogy.
I do appreciate that. Shout out to Cyborganic also, who sent me this person. I need to do more research on them. Papa Chew is this homeless TikToker. So I need to look into that a little bit more. She's out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. She's one of the ugliest TikTokers you've ever seen.
Nice.
She's gaining a lot of traction on there. So might have to look into that some more. Thank you for the suggestions. Of course, you can always send suggestions on what we should talk about in our Discord. Find the link for that on whoarethese.com, and it is free to join. And there's a Who Are These Socials channel. We encourage you to go in there, chat amongst yourselves, and send us suggestions that we should be looking at. I always look at that stuff when I'm prepping for this show. And if you don't want to go to our Discord, you can go to blindmike.net.
Oh, that'd be lovely. And you can join me Sunday morning at 10 a.m. I'm back on the Blind Mike Project. Craig is back with me as well. So no one has to start any fires. Don't worry.
Right.
Craig is there. And why are you laughing? We just did the history of the Joe Rogan Experience. And for patrons, tomorrow you'll be able to get, we're doing Jerry Seinfeld, I'm Telling You for the Last Time, his 1998 comedy special.
Nice.
So check those out. Blindmike.net is where all my links are. So check them out.
I Come Buckets, $2 says, didn't watch the show, go Chiefs.
Yeah, thanks for contributing anyways.
That would be the minority position on the Super Bowl, I would imagine. Are you
That
excited
is
about
sort of a troll take almost to root for
Yeah.
the Chiefs.
Are you excited about the Super Bowl at all, Mike?
Nah. I guess as a Patriots fan, I'm rooting against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't see them as good as the Patriots anyways.
Damn Skippy. They're calling Mahomes the GOAT? You going to take that sitting down?
Ridiculous. But here's what I hate. Like, I don't even think Brady's that bad. I tweeted this a couple weeks ago and people were like, he's not that bad. I don't think Brady's a terrible announcer. It just disgusts me that, like, there's a chance the Chiefs three-peat and Brady's weak voice is calling the game. Like, trying to yell over the crowd. It's going to be sad.
Well, And I think Brady's gotten better over time. He started out very bad.
He's fine.
He's gotten better.
Yeah.
They're overpaying him and
by about $37 million.
Yes.
There's no reason to pay him that much.
And it makes no sense that he could be a part owner of the Vegas Raiders and also be a color commentary guy.
Yeah.
It makes no sense at all. And so everyone thought this was going to be his last year. They tried it, didn't work, whatever. And then the first playoff game, they're like, well, we're looking forward to 10 more years of us doing these games together. It's like,
oh, God.
Come on. Don't do that, Tom.
Like his voice just like he's trying to yell over the crowd. No, it sucks listening to him. It's like, Tom, you were the greatest ever.
I know. You don't need this.
You shouldn't be doing a job where people are like, I wish Greg Olson was here.
Right. You shouldn't have Bert Kreischer writing jokes about you, and you should not be trying to do the color commentary on these games.
Right.
I'll give him credit lately. I know I was getting too deep into football talk. Lately, he's actually been criticizing players for bad plays.
Yeah, that's good. I'm
something
just saying,
he was
like,
not doing at first.
The sound of the game, it sounds like a B-level game, you know?
I agree. But that's the Super Bowl this year. So if you don't want to watch that, we actually have the Super Bowl halftime show special on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. Who Are These Broadcasters are yet again running their own special during the halftime show, so you can turn off the game for a minute and watch Who Are These Broadcasters. Of course, whoarethese.com for all these Who Are These Podcasts, and we appreciate your support. If you go to patreon.com/Who Are These Podcasts, 2 bonus episodes every single month, including one that we just did. After over a year, maybe it's been a couple of years now, we finally reviewed Chad Zumach's show, Kumia's Cucks.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
We have a bonus episode that's out. Doom made a clip of it, but there's a lot more to it than what Doom put out there. So check that out on our Patreon. Chad responded to it today, and in typical Chad fashion, we ignored him for 18 months, whatever it was. And then he goes, oh, look who's late to the pylon. Oh, look at Carl. Now he's finally responded to this. It's like, I can't win with this asshole. I can't win if I respond immediately. I can't win if I respond later. He always has a problem with me. I'm never going to win in his eyes.
It's the chaos of a post-John world.
It really is, but it's worth checking out. It was a very fun show with producer Chris and Jenny Jingles. So support us over there. And of course, hackamania.com. Promo code WATP for tickets. We're going to be in Las Vegas May 9th through the 11th, live podcast. A lot of different podcasters will be out there with live shows. And I think the prices are going up. So you don't want FOMO. You're going to want to be there to check it out. Let's get out of here, Mike.
Have the day you deserve.
Anyway, social media, I'll catch you later, man.
Who are these socials?
That's what this audience wants to hear. Like, whoa!
Who are these socials?
I'm the one who should apologize. Folks, what you were about to see is real.
With Carl.
Okay, we got it.
And Blind Mike.
Who could have thought of that?
WATP.